So, the words of Martin Luther King Jr. in the letter to Birmingham were written while he was being held in jail for nonviolent protesting to the injustice that was in Birmingham. And the main points that I found to be important from the letter was the purpose of nonviolent action, police brutality, and hope. Martin Luther King Jr. spoke of the pros of nonviolent action, since others saw it as a negative, and that this wasn't the time to do any type of protest. King stated, "Nonviolent, direct action seeks to create such a crisis and establish such a creative tension that a community that has constantly refused to negotiate is forced to confront the issue." 1963, page 4. After a long and tired fight of begging to be heard and continuing to be ignored, nonviolent action is the next step to get their attention, and that is exactly what the Black Lives Matter campaign is about. Another matter that is still very relevant in our days now is police brutality against different races, but particularly African American people. King wrote, "I don't believe you would so quickly commend the policemen if you would observe their ugly and inhumane treatment of Negroes here in the city jail. If you would watch them push and curse old Negro women and young Negro girls. If you would see them slap and kick old Negro men and young boys. If you will observe them, as they do on 2 occasions, refuse to give us food because we wanted to sing our grace together." 1963, page 18. There is an organization that is called Campaign Zero, and their focus is simply on police brutality, and they have reported that more than 1,000 people are killed by police every year in America, and they want to continue to bring awareness to it to get others to see what's wrong with this picture. Lastly, Martin Luther King Jr. speaks of hope at the end of his letter and how he hopes he can be forgiven if the letter was too harsh, but also hope and that people of Birmingham will understand his frustrations and make changes in the future. King noted, "Let us all hope that the dark clouds of racial prejudice will soon pass and the deep fog of misunderstanding will be lifted from our fear-drenched communities. In some not too distant tomorrow, the radiant stars of love and brotherhood will shine over our great nation with all of their scintillating beauty." There you go. 1963, page 20. Both the Black Lives Matter campaign and the Campaign Zero organization are filled with some type of hope that we as a community and country can rise from racial prejudice and fight for our civil rights. Ways that we can all contribute to these campaigns are donating money to help them travel to other parts of the country to spread this message, or even getting involved ourselves, because while this letter was written many years ago, these problems are still very existing in our world today, and something needs to change. Thank you.